Hi everyone! I'm super excited for this video because we are going to do the Foxy eye look. No surgery involved, no Botox involved. It's all about the makeup and the slant of the wing. No one will ever know. I'll be speculating the whole time. It's super easy to do and you probably won't do your eyeliner any other way after this, so let's get started. I want a really dewy base, so I'm going to do a little bit of tinted sunscreen first, but then I'm going to do my eyes before I do the rest of my face makeup. I want to hydrate first with the Paula's Choice Hyaluronic Peptide Booster. I really like the cooling applicator on this. For tinted sunscreen, I'm going to use the Say Slip Tint, which is a tinted sunscreen, and I love the dewy finish. I use about half a pump, and this will just give me a good gauge for when I do my eyes, how bold I need to go, but I still want to keep it fairly natural. The Say Slip Tint is probably my favorite tinted sunscreen of 2021 because it's really dewy, it has decent coverage, but it still looks like your natural skin. Okay, to prime the eyes, I'm going to use a little bit of the Glossier Stretch. I have the shade G9, and I'm just going to do a very light layer because the Foxy eye is pretty natural. You just want to get the pull to your eye, so you don't want to make it too obvious that you're wearing a ton of eye makeup. I like to start with super thin layers so you can make sure that you don't mess up. I almost forgot the brows. I'm gonna do that first so we know how the face is framed. The Foxy eye is really pulled up, which means your brow is also lifted, so I'm gonna fill my brow in a little bit higher than usual, but still very natural in the front. This is definitely one of those makeup looks where you're wearing a ton of makeup, but you want it to seem like you're not wearing any makeup and you just have that natural lift to your eye, which obviously is not very realistic. Brush it up first. Just fill it more in like a straight brow way. Towards the arch, I'm going to follow the upper line of my brow and not bring it down so much. Like that. You see my brow is here, but I drew it here, but I'm going to fix that with my gel and make sure everything is in a sweeping up motion. And for the front, you can fluff it up like the soap brows. And same for the other side. I'm going to fluff it up first, brush down the hairs a little bit. Some people even plug the ends of their brows to give it more of that space, but I'm not that dedicated to this look to do it yet. So now we have the pulled back brows. Before I do my actual wing, I'm going to prime my lid with a light beige shadow. Any kind of brown, light taupe will do. I'm just going to apply a super light layer. Try to keep the shadow in your socket area and don't bring it past your eye line like that, because you want everything to be as lifted as possible. For this look, it's important that you get a kohl liner that's pretty creamy. I'm using the Julian Dempsey Kohl eyeliner in this shade Rich Brown. This is my favorite liner ever. It's waterproof, but it's still very creamy and gives you that time to kind of play around with the shape. So first you want to find the corner where your top and bottom lashes meet, and that is not where you're going to start your line. You're actually going to start it right above it, just a little bit, and just draw a line right there so you can see. And then open your eye. You want to make sure that it's not in the corner. So you want your liner to mimic that string that pulls your eye up like this. So I'm going to follow my lower lash line and go in this direction. It's okay if you don't get a perfect line. We're going to clean it up with concealer. I'm going to make a straight line at the bottom, starting from that little mark that we made. This just a super light line. I drew my line and it's pretty steep. Now I'm just going to fill in our original line that we made with a little more color, and then I'm going to go back in with a smaller brush so that I can blend it out. You want to stop the line on your upper lash line right before it hits your iris so that you can maximize the space in the middle of your eye and just keep the elongated line on the outer corner. And blend it out a little bit. And then connect this to the top of your line. And you want to keep the wing at the top very skinny. This, and use the end of your brush to make a sharp wing. So the bottom of your wing is straight, but the top is a little bit curved like a Nike swoosh. Once you have the outline of your shape, I like to go back in and intensify the color a little bit. So I'll put more in the center, and then I'll use my brush to spread it out. So when you close your eye, your wing should stop right here, and then you should have nothing in the middle and the inner corner. I'm pretty happy with that shape, so I'm going to clean it up now because I have a couple of rough edges, and I'm going to use the same brush, just wipe the excess eyeliner on a tissue, and then go in with my glossy stretch again and grab the tiniest bit you possibly can. And then I'm going to take it underneath the wing and clean up the edge, and I'm going to start at the corner of my eye so I make sure that I have that blank space there, and follow the edge and swoop up. From there you can blend it down. Even if you mess up your wing, as long as it's above your corner of your eye, I really think that makes all the difference. Because once you start your wing from the corner, it immediately droops your eye. So make sure you have that space right there and clean it up. It's okay if it's long at the tail. Using another small fluffy brush and blending out the top of the wing to make it a little bit softer. Taking my brush and cutting it along the edge. Then I'm going to use my finger to soften it up. And you can go back and forth until you like how your line looks. I'm going to do the other eye, but when you're doing this, make sure you open it every now and then to see how the liner is looking front on, because depending on your eye shape, you have to compensate how thick you do the liner. Another important thing, when you drag out the line, you want to blend it so that there still is a little bit of the line, but when you look at it, you're kind of like, is that the line or is that just the natural shape of their face? Already with just the wings, it totally looks like we have that lift. But we're going to take it up one step further. I'm going to curl my lashes. I'm going to use a lengthening mascara. This is the Item Beauty Lash Snack. It's one of my favorites. It has a really stubby wand, but honestly does not smudge, which is very impressive. Taking the wand and focusing it on the outer third and brushing them towards the wing. You can keep the middle lashes bare, or you can just lightly coat them. Do the other eye. And this is also a pretty dry mascara too, which I like. I'm going to do my bottom lashes too, and again focus on the outer third and flare them out. If your lashes are good at holding a curl, you can stop there, but my lashes are not blessed like that, so I'm going to apply a few individual lashes just at the outer corner. And these are the Ardell individual medium size. These lashes are pretty long, so I'm going to put it in the middle between the end of my iris and the corner of my eye. Then I'm going to add one more. I'm going to put the second one closer to the inner corner but right next to it, so that when you open your eyes, the lashes are still above your wing. Squeeze your natural lashes with the fake lashes so that it looks more natural. I'm going to add just a little bit of a light shimmer color right to the top of your eyeball to give some light, and then we are pretty much done for the eyes. I think it looks pretty good. If you really want to accentuate the cat look, you can add a little bit of liner to your inner corners just at the top, but my eye shape does not really allow for that to look very good, so I just do a little bit, but it will further make your eyes look like a cat. For the rest of the face, people usually keep it very neutral for this look, so I'm also going to do that. I'm using the Kosas light bronzer, and I'm barely going to touch my cheekbones. I just want to add a little lift to them to go along with the cat eye. Sweep along the jaw. Your blush placement can also help with that lift. I'm going to use a nude color blush. This is Rose Latte. I'm avoiding the apple and putting it right at the tops of my cheekbones. One last step to finish off my lips with a terracotta nude. This is Jason Wu in Cannoli. It's one of my favorite peachy terracotta nudes. I'm just going to blot it. And we're done. It looks like you might have got the surgery, you might have not gotten the surgery. No one will ever know. But I really like this look. You can tone it down for a more everyday look. Your face looks a lot more snatched, lifted, and you paid $0 for it. It's super easy and it takes like 10 minutes to do once you get the hang of it. I hope you like this look. It was super fun to make. Thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you in the next one.